Hi, my friends. Welcome to the Diamond Painting Effect with Corey. I'm Corey, and today it's time for European Town Monday. This is a cross-stitch pattern that I boldly, maybe foolishly undertook. It is a large piece, a very large piece. It is a Joy Sunday kit, and it is 222 centimeters by 45 centimeters. And it is a really long piece, and I'm still working in the first section. I don't seem to work on this very much when I'm not doing that video, so I'm glad I'm doing this because it forces me to pull this out. I did work on this a little bit this week. I tried to complete that purple triangle that is in here. Let's see. There, I can't see the camera very well. Okay. This section right here has a little bit left in it. It's in the trees up here. And it's just, there's just little bits all throughout this whole section. So it didn't look like there's a lot, but I had a hard time getting to it all. And I decided today I'm going to change to the color number 65, which is this orange color. And there is quite a bit of it through here too. And this orange symbol is actually a white color of 3865. And so I'm going to pick a little section here and we'll work on it. And I think I need to adjust my camera. Hold on just a bit. Okay, I hope that's not too close for me to get in my way. So, but we'll give it a go and see what we can do. But it helps when I can see what I'm stitching also. See what you can see. I still look at the fabric rather than the camera, but every once in a while I do a make sure I'm in the frame check. So, how is everybody doing? I'm doing okay. I'm here for another week and time to get at it. I haven't done a lot of stitching. I'm going through a little bit of a funk. I'm puzzled by what's going on. When I started doing stamped cross stitch, I can't even say when it was, but I think it was in the fall of last year, of 22. Ever since then, every spare moment I had, I wanted to be stitching. And there goes the camera. I'm so sorry. And something has happened where I suddenly have lost that drive. I still enjoy stitching. I still like it, but it's not consuming me like it was. And I think I may just be in a funk because it's kind of that way with just about everything. I just finding it hard to feel good enough to care about anything, I guess, is what's going on. So, anyway, I did get some stitching in, though, this week. I forced myself to pull out my counted cross stitch. I'm really having a hard time with my counted cross stitch. I get so frustrated with myself because I don't know how to count. I keep messing up. And one of the ones I pulled out is this, I'm sorry, this kit's a bit of a mess. It's just teacups. It's called Stacked Teacups, and it's the Golden Collection from Dimensions. Trying to pull it back. Let's see. Oh, that went the wrong direction. There we go. So this is the one I'm working on, and this one I've begun to see the advantage of having Pattern Keeper, because this is one that I have to do. I can't do with Pattern Keeper. And what I've done is I made a copy of the pattern and I put strips of it across here, and then I look at the full pattern also while I'm stitching, because you do need that for reference. But I do that, and I hold it across the top with the magnets, and this is my progress. This area right here is what I worked on, and you're finally beginning to see some teacups pop up. I think I think there's a little bit up here that I need to work on still, and I need to. I've got to decide if I'm going to do my back stitching as I go, or if I'm going to go back later and do my back stitching on this one. But I found that after I made myself pull this one out, I enjoyed it. I think part of it is, if I know I'm not going to have a long stretch of time, I don't want to pull out a counted cross stitch. The step cross stitch is what works in those cases, and so that's what I do. I worked quite a bit on my nativity, because I do want to get my nativity scene done by Christmas, and I probably won't. I have to face that fact that I think even if I did it as a focus piece, and I would have to work on it exclusively. Just making it a focus wouldn't work, I don't think. But I just don't think. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it by Christmas. It was a nice thought. I don't think I'm even halfway there yet. And the year is more than half gone. I can't believe it's already going to be August. It just blows my mind away. I want to apologize to Laura and all that whole group of people that were in that diamond painting with friends. I really meant to participate. I had every intention of finishing that diamond painting. And I just never got to it. It is still there, waiting. And now it's time to start another diamond paint with friends, with Enza's over at Diamond Painting Gallery. She's doing a empowerment stitch with friends, or not stitch, I'm sorry, she does diamond painting, diamond paint with friends, and anything that is uplifting and for instance, diamond painting with Sweet Tea is going to do a Rosie the Riveter, that iconic symbol from the war. She's gonna do a diamond painting of her, and I want to congratulate Sweet Tea. She won the giveaway that I had. It was kind of a hidden giveaway. I meant for it to be, maybe I should have let it be a little more known about it, but I didn't want to draw people who weren't already my subscribers. It was to thank my subscribers, so I didn't want to water down the pool with more people who were coming just to see if they could win. And Sweet Tea has won. I have sent her an email waiting for a response from her. She sent me an email. I replied back to her. And so I'm looking for her response. I'm so excited for her. So I also did another surprise giveaway. It was a hidden one because I don't know what's going on here. Something stuck. But I'd like to thank Donna. She was a surprise giveaway that due to a malfunction, she would have been a winner. And because I didn't do it right, she also was a winner. So, in order to be fair, I did the spin for the video, but the spin that I did the first time didn't work. It was not. I wasn't able to film it. I did it wrong, and anyway, so she was a winner, and so I contacted her, and so there were actually 2 winners for this prize. So congratulations to Trisha, our Sweet Tea, and to Donna. I appreciate all of you. I wish I could have given a prize to everybody. I really do. Everybody who wanted, it would have been so fun to just be like that, you know? Just help everybody out a little bit. But I don't have a very nice income, so I cannot do that. I'm trying to come up with a way to store my thread. I don't want to do them on bobbins, the wind-up bobbins. But I think I'm going to come around back to them again because I can't think of a good way to store. I want to do the if you guys have heard of it, you do a Google. Pip and Chip is what I want to do, and it's so expensive. But I did finally see on Etsy a knockoff version of it, and it's still too much for me to do now. Right now, I spent my crafty money already on my crafty friends. So, but I think it's $80 for the whole thing. So that's not bad. The Pip and Chip is like $300 for the whole thing. But it doesn't have all, I mean, it only has 128 chip floss drops in it. But it has a little, there's a board that you set into a container, and the way you put the floss drops in, it catches the floss drop. The thread goes through, but it catches the edges of the floss drop and just sits on that little, in the little notch with the thread underneath. Anyway, that's really what I want to try and do. I'll probably have to start cutting my thread shorter in order to do that, or else it would all be a giant mess on the bottom. But I'm willing to do that. Anyway, that's just a little things I'm thinking of trying to do. That's one thing I really need to get on to. I've been buying that cheap floss from Temu. And mostly because I've come to the realization that until I feel better, more, I don't feel like any of the stitching I'm doing warrants me spending much more money on my floss, I guess. Maybe when I get a little better, I feel like my stitching's really good, I might. The truth is, I'm so used to the CXC threads that are in these kits now that it's hard for me to sew with DMC threads. It's just different. And I don't know that one's any better than the other. I know they're different. But I seem to have more trouble when I sew with the DMC now. So, anyway, there's that. I haven't been able to face my full coverage Heaven and Earth Design Cat's Library. I can't remember her name's Irina something. It starts with a G, but I never can say it unless I'm looking. Well, I'm sure I'm not even saying it when I'm looking at it, but it's Garishnikov or something like that. I don't know what it is. Don't even quote me on that one. So, I haven't been able to face that one because of how I messed it up last time. I think I pulled everything out so that out of it, so I'm ready to start it if I can face it. I'm thinking about doing a start over on that. I've spent a lot of time on it, but if I'm going to change my mind, I need to do it quick. I was thinking I might just want to go with the bigger count. Not a smaller count, so that the stitches will be bigger. That's how I need to say that. So, because it was nearly impossible to pull that out. Let's see if this helps, guys. I'm sorry I didn't have that light on. I don't know if that light helps or not. I know it makes more shadows when it's on. But that's my stitchy news. I think I worked on Winter Bluebird also. I worked on Nativity. And I'm going to try to make myself do more counted cross stitch. I started pulling that stuff and then looking at some of them. And I need to do the little hands-on design of the little monthly deals that I was doing on that. So it's time to bring out and work on August. And that'll usually takes me about a week to do those. That could be done in a couple days, I think, if I wanted to, but that stitchy, I don't know. I don't have that kind of dedication, I don't think. But so I do need to start that. I still haven't decided what I was going to do for the empowerment. I need to look through my smaller canvases to see if I have something that will work for that, because I hate to pull out a big one and then get mired down in it like I did that Disney one. I have a big one. I have Talitha Coombe at Mandy Manzano. A beautiful image of it's Christ reaching down to someone to pull someone out of the water. It's beautiful, beautiful. And that would be a good one to do. I also have another Mandy Manzano that is called Who You Say I Am. and it's like a girl sitting in God's hands and holding a crown. And that one's awesome. I feel like awesome empowerment. Who you say I am, you know. We are children of God, you know, and that's our empowerment. But I've got one day to decide what I'm going to do for that. Inta is a very sweet. If y'all haven't gone to it, it's Inta's Diamond Gallery, I think is what it is. What her channel's name is. She does really good videos. She and Diamond Painting with Sweet Tea. She also has a channel that is awesome. For mostly diamond painting. Inta will do a little bit of, she does some YouTube tutorials, and she does content creator shout outs. She does video. She picks one of the people that she watches, and she does a video review each week on one of them. And Diamond Painting with Sweet Tea does a lot of unboxings, and Diamond Paint with me, and I guess whip and chats. So those are some really awesome diamond painting channels to watch. There are becoming a lot more stamped stitcher creators for stamped cross-stitching. The ones that I'm watching right now are Stitching with Laura. She was my inspiration. And then there's Stitching in the Interlake with, that's Ava. And there's, I see now I'm going to start messing people's names up, because I know I got it in my mind who they are. But, there's a couple of others that I've been watching. And then Laura was talking about another one who is also doing European Town, who does hers on Saturdays, I believe. And Laura does European Town on Saturdays, and Jenny Crochet does European Town on Mondays, and Natalia over at Lovecraft Forever does her European Town on Wednesdays. So I might have a chance of finishing this European Town if I would do it on the days other than the day I do it on Mondays. But so Daniel is he had a fun weekend, almost. We could have called it fun. He had a load that he had to pick up in, I think, in Alabama, and it's going to Florida. It was only 8 hours away for his delivery. I still can't believe it's only 8 hours from Alabama to Florida, but that just blows my mind. I mean, I can't get out of Texas in 8 hours. So, he was gonna go through, I believe, I might be lying, but I think it's Huntsville, Alabama. They have a space center exploration that is open for the public. So basically it's a tourist museum of the space program. And Daniel is all about the space. He's all about it. He reads books. You know, it started with The Right Stuff. He read that in high school, and I don't know how many times he's read that book. But he just loves anything about space. He's read a lot of astronauts that have written their books. And there was an astronaut, and I don't know her name, but there was an astronaut there while he was there on Saturday, and he went to her book signing and got her book signing for a book that's coming out in September, but he has the book already because he went to the book signing. It's called Airborne, and it's about her and her dad. Her dad was a pilot in World War II, and then she became a pilot and an astronaut. So he has a t-shirt of a rocket engine. I think it's a rocket engine. I have no idea. He knows all about it and what it is all about, but he has a t-shirt with that on it. And he took a picture of himself in front of that engine. And I will post a picture right here of him at this Alabama Space Center. And so, anyway, he enjoyed that. And they let him take his truck. He called ahead of time to see if he could. And they told him, yes, there was parking for it. And then a security guard tried to kick him out, tell him he couldn't park there. And he told him, well, I have a ticket to see the event. I have a tickets for the event. And he showed him his tickets. And then the guy felt bad. He goes, oh, no, you can stay. I was like, well, it's a good thing he bought his tickets in advance, because a lot of times for stuff like that, you don't necessarily, you just get the tickets when you get there. That's how we used to do it anyways. But he was able to show him his tickets on his phone, and so he was good. And anyway, so he really enjoyed that. It was fun. But then as he got ready to leave, his load didn't need to be there until, I think it's tomorrow morning is when it needs to be there. Or, well, I guess it is this morning, because this is the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep. So, as he was getting onto the highway on the on-ramp, he heard a loud boom, pop. He thought it was, he had a blowout. He got out, looked around the truck. He couldn't find anything wrong. I said, well, did you run something over? Look behind you. And he goes, there's nothing back there, Mom. And he goes, well, I guess I'll look under the hood and see what's there. He goes, because I know I heard something. And there's a hose. I'll show you that picture too. There's a hose it's a big hose. It's probably about, I'm thinking 5 inches around. And it blew. It had a spring in it. The spring is just laying out across the engine and all that stuff. And so, yeah, he didn't get very much further than that. He had to park in a shopping area, a shopping center parking lot. He was able to get himself there and wait. He's not too far from the home office is in Chattanooga, which I don't know how far away that was, but It was it. He had to stay there overnight, but they brought him the part apart the next morning. So, this morning, they brought him the part, and I assume everything went okay. I just got a message saying that it was fixed and he was on his way. I have not talked to him again today, but yeah. So he had kind of an eventful weekend. I am going through a phase where I just don't feel good. Just don't feel good. And I have moments where are better than others, and that's when I try to get things done. But that's how that's going. Usually it's the mornings that I feel better, but yesterday morning was not one of those days. So, but my electric bill, I got my electric bill, and it was double what it usually is. And I don't know, that is really gonna knock me for a loop. So, yeah, we're not gonna be buying any Pip and Chips this month. Not this month. But anyway, I want to thank you for joining me for the Diamond Painting Effect with Corey, my Monday European town. Take care, and I will see you again in the next one.